what's going on, friends? Adam Waters here, lead pastor at the Bloomington-Normal Vineyard. Wanted to do a quick update on so many things that are happening in the life of our church right now. Friends, we are not only in the middle of an incredible series here in February, but we're looking forward to our 10-year celebrations. Our 10-year celebrations are right around the corner, and so many good things are happening. We have to celebrate early. We have to celebrate early about what God is doing. And so, as many of you probably saw on our social media posts, maybe you got the church's weekly email. If you're on that list, you saw that we were able to do something amazing. It's been a part of our vision for this church, which has been to remove the debts of the church, to pay down the debts of the church in order to move forward into our second 10 years as a church. And so we've been talking about building a bridge from the first 10 years to the second 10 years for us as a community. And the first stage in that bridge, we are so happy to say, has been accomplished, has been fulfilled. We had about $30,000 left on a loan that our sending church gave us when we planted this church. They gave it to us about 5 years ago when we went independent. $102,000 loan that we paid off now in about five years and 3 or 4 months. We paid that loan now off. A huge celebration for them, celebration for us. The other part of the celebration is that our sending church down there, the Urbana Vineyard, or the Vineyard Church of Central Illinois that's in Urbana, is going to take that $30,000 and funnel it towards a missionary that we support in Guadalajara, Mexico. Our dear friends Stephen and Anna Price and their kids, and the work that they're doing down there. They in fact just had a huge baptism celebration around Christmas where they baptized 30 people. Amazing, awesome work that they're getting off the ground down there in Guadalajara. And so we want to celebrate that first. That is a huge part of what we want to do as a church, is celebrate what God's already doing before we even get to the actual 10-year anniversary that we're going to have as a church here, as a church family, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But we want to celebrate ahead of time that God's already helping move us across the river into the second 10 years, move from the first 10 years into the second 10 years. God's already providing resources to make big things happen in this church. And we, as a church family, say thank you to all of you who have contributed to paying that down over the last 5 years, to all of you who are still contributing to give of your time, your talents, and your treasure, your resources, your tithes here, to make this an amazing place, to move us into the next season for us as a church, to help us do ministry here, near and far away, to help us engage our cities with Jesus' love and good news through our children's, youth, adult programming, reaching out to the poor in our cities, all the things that we do through Thanksgiving, Christmas, Convoy of Hope. You guys are amazing, and we're so grateful for you. Keep up the good work as we move towards the next stage of the bridge in paying down the mortgage of our current building so we can expand what God's doing, the mission of what God's doing here in the next 10 years. Well, we're hoping around our 10-year anniversary to be celebrating another milestone in that goal as well when we get a little bit closer. But just want to let you know, we want to celebrate first that first leg of the bridge has been built, and celebrate that we have done something amazing, and it's having kingdom impact already, not just here, but literally in another part of the world. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about the bridge vision, there's another video on our YouTube page. I encourage you to go and watch it. It's longer, but you can go to kind of the chapters if you want to. There's chapters in the description there. You can see what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about the bridge we're trying to build from the first 10 years into the second 10 years. Well, with all that said, if you don't know, we are celebrating 10 years as a church family. We had about 5 years here together as a satellite campus of the Vineyard Church in Urbana, where we were partnered up with them, in family with them for the first 5 or so years. And then the last 5 years we have been an independent vineyard church, still connected to the Vineyard family, 500 vineyards in the United States, about a few thousand around the world. Incredible movement of churches that we're a part of. But I've been preaching live and preaching a new vision for our city over the last 5 years. And so really we've been in the city though for 10 years. So if you haven't yet seen one of these as part of our church family, these save the date cards of what's what we're about to happen here in our church. We really can't wait to celebrate 10 years. Hopefully you've got an invite to save the date, March the 15th. If you haven't yet, this is your invite, your save the date moment for March the 15th. We're going to have an incredible day where we're going to have 2 worship services in the morning talking about legacy. I'll get a little bit more into that here in just a second. And then we're going to have a time of family and fun and food trucks and all kinds of things. We're going to kind of do something incredible, we hope, outside, if the weather holds, for all of us to gather together, eat together, celebrate together, play games together, be family together. I heard there's even some kind of scavenger hunt that's going to happen. It's going to be an incredible couple of hours together, and then we're going to wrap up the day with a time of worship, which originally we talked about doing in the evening, but we thought, man, it's way too long of a day for everybody, so we want to do it all at once. And so we're going to have kind of afternoon after the food time is wrapping up, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock. We're going to have a time of worship and share a couple of vision updates. We're going to have some special guests, friends, all day long for our 10-year anniversary. Some special guests, as you save the date for that weekend, but we're going to have some special guests all day long. We're going to have some people from the National Vineyard sharing. We're going to have some friends of ours who have been here before, do some sharing. We're going to have maybe a video or two from some of the people that have helped us work and do some amazing stuff here over the last 10 years. We're even going to have some special guests for worship. I'm not going to give all those things away. Maybe we'll do that as we get a little bit closer, but it looks like Tyler and the worship teams here are putting together just a big, beautiful, amazing day of celebration, as we have those 2 times in the morning and that time in the afternoon, as well as some guests. We're inviting back some former worship team members and leaders to participate with us that day. This is going to be a moment to remember, a day to remember, a time in our church family where we just want to shout out with so much excitement everything that Jesus has been doing among our church, as we've seen lives get changed and transformed in the last 10 years, as we've seen people healed and set free, as we've seen people come to know Jesus in fresh ways, as we've seen families grow closer, as we've seen faith grow and grow and grow, as we've seen us make a difference in our cities, which is what we always want to say. We want to leave a legacy to our cities. 10 years isn't just a fancy graphic that we're celebrating and starting to put this everywhere, right? It's not just a fancy graphic. It's not just a big day of celebration, but it is, we really want to leave a legacy as a church family. We want to leave a legacy of faith, a legacy of the identity Jesus put into us, a legacy of the kingdom of God moving active, a legacy of story, a legacy of the stories that God has done amongst us, a legacy of a powerful place of worship, a legacy where the Spirit of God is moving amongst us. And so we're going to we're really going to have a few weeks of celebrating. That first weekend, though, March the 15th, is going to be just an off the hook, off the chain, off the grid, amazing day that we want you to be a part of as we celebrate 10 years together on March the 15th, and then celebrate really for a whole month leading into Easter and baptisms. And we've got something special planned every single weekend, from communion to special worship moments to baptisms to adding an extra service on Easter. It's going to be, I think, one of these springs where we're just going to be like, wow, wow, God, what did you do? Wow, how did our church make a huge impact on the city in which we live in over the last 10 years? And what could God do in the next 10 years? What, as we partner together with our time, our talents, our tithes, right? Like, what could God do through us together as we move into the next season? And the legacy we leave is not going to just have impact here on this earth, but we believe will have legacy impact into eternity, friends, as people find Jesus and their eternity gets changed and transformed by the awesome grace of Jesus Christ. And so if you can't tell, I'm excited about our 10-year anniversary, and I hope you're getting there. We're going to have some amazing food that day. We're going to have some amazing worship that day. And I am hoping you're invited, and I hope you're inviting family and friends. I hope you're inviting maybe that person that was in your small group and was really involved a couple of years ago. Even if they found another church family, we'd love to have them back that day, at least for the afternoon time of celebration, because, guys, it's going to just be one of those days where we want the family that has called Vineyard home at some point over the last 10 years to come together in celebration of everybody played a role to make this place a special place in the first 10 years, and we can't wait for the next 10 years. All right. Love you, friends. Like this video, share this video, repost it on your socials if you can. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you like our Facebook page and our Instagram page so that you will get all the updates, because there's going to be lots of them. What food trucks are coming, who the special guest speakers are, what we're going to be talking about. All that stuff's going to be coming here in the next, days really, as we lead into March 15th, which is right around the corner. We're about a month out. All right, love you, friends. Make sure you share this with everybody. Get on there, comment or email me if you've got questions. Bye.